What's going on, Aries? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and we are doing your reading for the new moon that is happening in Leo. So, lots of fiery energy happening, lots of fiery energy, reset, recharge type of energy. You know, that new moon, new month, new you type of vibe. So we're going to start off with some Oracle. We're going to do a Celtic Cross tarot spread and conclude with some affirmations. Okay, so let's get into this. Let's get into these new moon and Leo vibes. Feeling a bit of a loss right now. There could be something small that you're missing out on. But just thinking about the new moon in Leo, it really is a great time to reset and recharge the ways in which you express yourself. And particularly in a way that is bold and authentic, which are, you know, the power strengths of the sign Leo. Confidence and leadership is something that you may want to incorporate in, you know, your self-care routine or self-manifestation routine, if you have one. If you don't, then maybe you want to start one, wanting to get more confident. Also, joyfulness and playfulness, incorporating those things in your life, or just sort of revisiting what those things mean to you, is something that you may want to consider as well. We have a supermoon. So emotions are running high for you right now, Aries. And maybe that may be what is creating sort of this sense of loss, like it's angst or something like that. But I don't think it's a bad thing. That's not the vibe that I'm getting. But it's the opposite of what a new moon would be, the supermoon. It's the moon when it's closest to the earth and in its full illumination. So maybe the next supermoon is going to be significant for you. So look up when that date is, or even look past the last date of the last supermoon and see how you've grown and how far you've come along up until this point. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So luck is on your side. You're on the right path with whatever it is that you're doing. And then we have the King of Pentacles. This king is reversed, though. So this is somebody that is not, they don't really value their constitutional well-being. And as a result of that, they do not value anybody else's, because how can they if they don't do that for themselves? So they could be a bit of a trickster when it comes to manifesting money. Or they could appear to be grounded, calm, collected, and down to earth, when in actuality, they are very superficial and stuck up. And stuck up, and sort of like adhering to a very classist mentality, and are very exclusionary of people as a result of their where they're at on the spectrum of stratification. Okay? So they judge people for how much money they make or don't make. And if this is you, I hope that's not you, Aries. Shit, like, you're awesome. Why? We got the Devil. So, you know, what's the root of superficiality? It's usually overconsumption, you know, being gluttonous and thinking that, you know, having more is what you need. Definitely a King of Pentacles is gluttonous. They're the type of person that is going to feed themselves continuously, and they're willing to starve others on, you know, for the sake of feeding themselves. 100%. Both the king and the queen are like that. They don't care at whose expense their profit is. But if this is unhealthiness, you know, if this is the time where you are really on board with getting healthy, and it's a really great time. So if you are on board with getting healthy, if this is, a reflection of, if the universe is telling you that you need to put your vices in check in order to get healthy. So what are your vices? And are you actually kind of addicted to this person that is toxic? Either way, no matter what, you have to honestly take a look at the ways in which you're toxic. That is what the universe is telling you. What are you doing in excess? Could be anything. Leave a comment on what you think is excessive, or question what you think is excessive. We have the moon reversed. So I would say that there is nothing hidden at this time. There's no hidden forces at play. Your subconscious has a solid understanding, and it is something that you're connected with 100%. So it's like there's no deceit involved. It's almost like unapologetically you are trying to manifest with this person, or unapologetically you're behaving this way, or unapologetically they're behaving this way. I think it's most likely you that's the unapologetic one, on account of the moon being reversed within your subconscious. And maybe you're also just being really honest and forward about yourself, and that's really great. Knowing your flaws and being open and honest about them can be seen as a strength. Now, be careful, because sometimes wearing your business on your sleeve can also be seen as a weakness. So just be mindful of that as well. People can take other people for granted when they do that. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed in your past. So I'm guessing this is most likely the same person, or this is you and the other person. It doesn't matter what gender you all are. It could be same, different, not on, not subscribing to the binary. So this is also, either starving yourself to give to others, or starving others to give of yourself. This is taking on responsibilities that you do not have the resources to support. And within the near future, I would say you're going to realize that the bad doesn't outweigh the good in this situation. So it's not bad, but it's also not good. And, you're just going to have to do the work to try and remedy yourself emotionally. Hello. Queen of Cups reversed. So yeah, you're going to have to nurture your emotions, because you're in a place where you are not able to be present to the needs of others on an emotional level. You could also be manipulative. But I think it has a lot to do with not paying attention to your inner voice, not listening to your gut, not following your instincts. It's like you're letting pride and your ego get in the way, as opposed to authentically connecting with your emotions and honoring them. So if you're sad, or if you're depressed, or if you're alone and lonely, you're hiding that. 100%. You're hiding how you feel. Even though you know how you feel, it's like you choose. It could be the opposite end of the spectrum, where you are completely an emotional mess, or you overshare. That's a possibility. But I would say that there's definitely some type of balance that you need to bring to the force. And you know this. Okay. So, within your environment, what is influencing you the most right now is the forces of codependence, of not being able to independently take responsibility and take charge for a situation. And maybe that's what, this queen or king reversed energy is telling us, is that something is keeping you from being able to do what it is that you need to do. So you may have some debilitating issues. You may have somebody that is contributing to your debilitating issue for the purpose of their own narcissistic agenda. But like I said, the near future doesn't look that bad. So I'm not going to sit here and paint like the ugliest portrait. I'm just saying it's like your life is probably good, but you got some Debbie Downer vibes happening, and you also maybe indulge too much. So, the problems are valid, but it also could just be really hard for you for valid reasons. You could be struggling financially, but you really hope to learn how to manifest, how to enrich your mind. Dialectical behavioral therapy comes to mind when it comes to emotional wellness and being on the road to a better place within your psyche. This is also a person. So maybe this is a person or a role that you hope for. So maybe a Libra or an Aquarius or a Gemini that is significant to you, has a significant spot in your life. You hope that they come through, or I think you might be afraid of what they have to say. It's possible. Or you could have, not you. I just feel like there's some type of missed opportunity here, Aries. You could be afraid of somebody that's a Knight of Swords. Interestingly, I don't know why. I feel like if you got a Knight of Swords in your life as an Aries, that person is definitely someone that you can vibe and riff off with, on an intellectual level. So that's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, you can always be afraid of awkwardness, of not knowing what to say or what to expect from a Knight of Swords. Something isn't a good idea. Or you're just feeling like this could be somebody also coming through. I get the feeling this is you because it's the Page of Wands. But reverse, though, maybe you're coming to terms with something not being a good idea. You're accepting that. Pardon me. Or you could just be out of ideas. Could be out of ideas. Or just you're not, your creative force, you're not, so you're struggling to keep your fire lit. And, something's going to change. Something is definitely going to change. It feels so eerily quiet in here right now. Something is 100% changing for you. And I would say that it's not for the worse. I'm really moving through this. Your emotions are really running high. We've established that. Now we have the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So this speaks of focus. Focus for, the purpose of your wish fulfillment and happiness. Now, here, everything that your heart desires is available. And, you know, this is also like the raw manifestation of fantasies. Like, what do you dream of? What do you wish to have? What are your wishes? And it's almost like, you know, being presented with an opportunity to have 7 wishes granted. You can't have them granted all at the same time, though. You have to just be able to clearly state your business on what your wishes are 7 times. And then you have to receive them in the order that they present themselves. And that requires you to focus on which one. You have to choose which one you want to focus on each time. So there's a method, you know, and maybe you were not adhering to a method, which is why we have the Page of Wands reversed. This could also be somebody that's just trying to sabotage your shit, not doing the greatest job of it because they are a bit of a novice. If you can imagine a novice narcissist. So, you know, sociopath versus psychopath kind of vibes. And the wish fulfillment is there. It's just, this is the process. This is part of the process. What I just stated. That's what you have to focus on. That's what you have to deal with. And it really, you know, when it comes to making those decisions about which ones to focus on, you really have to be in a space where you are regulated on an emotional level. And right now, that is not 100% the case. It's not bad, but it's not good. And there is definitely room for improvement, Aries. Excuse me, true words, right? And we have the Hanged One. So, changing your point of view. I'm just going to get a little bit more comfortable here. Changing your point of view, seeing things differently, and going through the discomfort of what it means to unpack your blockages so that you're able to see things differently. It's like suspending and being hung upside down, you know? It's uncomfortable. The blood rushes to your head. You get a headache. Like, it's not healthy. And it really sort of forces you to see things differently and understand that if you don't figure it out, you're going to be stuck there. And it's like, you know, the moment of realization where you come to the understanding that staying the same hurts more than going through the growing pains of changing, right? Alicia Keys, Element of Freedom. Listen to that album. It's dope as fuck. So, whether you are ready or not, there's going to be an unknown that you have to deal with. And, you know, you may be prepared, you may be unprepared. You may feel like you're not ready, and you may very well not be ready. But it's happening. More true words. Oh my gosh. I'm just full of the truth right now. Okay. So you're resisting change. And there's just going to have to be some understanding that if you are not willing to, like, if you are too settled, if you're not willing to unsettle yourself and be, sit with your discomfort. The sneezes. I know I'm telling you the right thing right now. If you're not willing to settle with your discomfort, then it's not going to change for you. Or you're just not going to roll with these punches as well as you can. It's happening whether you like it or not, this change. All right, Aries. Let's conclude with some affirmations. Okay. I love this. You are not required to set yourself on fire in order to keep other people warm. So let go of your martyr complex. You know how you can tell if someone is taking advantage of you. You feel like shit after giving to them. That shit isn't healthy for anyone, so put the matches down and back away. They can get warm on their own. Now go do something kind for yourself that's a better service to the world anyways. Amen to that. I love this. The Magician. Whoops. Trying to throw the Magician out here. No, no, no. Come back. The Magician. Repeat after me if you wish. I am dynamic, changing creation. I play freely with my thoughts, feelings, inspirations, and sensations. I am creative, focused attention, committing to acting out my new ideas and inspirations. I am open to life's powerful energy. I allow it to flow freely through me. I am versatile and flexible. I work with the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual materials available to me in whatever place I happen to be. I allow others to see my creative experiments. I communicate my changing thoughts, feelings, ideas, and perceptions. All right, Aries, I wish you all the best in this next cycle, and we will catch you next time. Take care and bye for now.